Hey friends, welcome back to my channel, NBC Lifestyles Diary. My name is Marie. I live in New York. I love travel, fashion, and cultural events, and I'm asking you to join me on the adventure. It's 4 a.m. and I'm on my way to the airport to catch a 6:30 a.m. flight to Cancun, Mexico. Yes, my children, my son, my daughter-in-law organized this trip. Best trip ever. I didn't have to plan or think about a thing. So we celebrated Christmas Eve, didn't get any sleep, went straight to the airport, and boom, we're on the flight to Mexico. We're going to Cancun. We're going to an all-inclusive. It's called Dreams Aventura. And this will be wonderful for me, and it'll be wonderful for my grandkids. Now, in planning this, we thought, hey, we'll leave Christmas Day. Nobody will be around. It'll be quiet. Who were we kidding? Everybody was around. Every family seemed to have the same idea. Everything was great till we got to Mexico because it was Christmas Day and there were 4 custom officials. So, wow, that was intense. So my husband's all drugged up, but he had a wheelchair, so we were able to go sit in the restaurant and wait for the kids to clear custom. My son and arranged for a driver to pick us up and drive us to our all-inclusive. It did not disappoint. Here's my king-size bed in my king-size room. I love the color. I love the layout. I was relieved to be there. I was glad that we took an early flight. So by the time we got into our room, it was 1 o'clock and they let us into our rooms early. We got to check it out, change, refresh, and then regroup. But here's the layout. Very spacious. And of course, I loved our balcony where we did have breakfast and overlooked the pool. This is a family resort, a family all-inclusive. So it's very much catering to parents and their children. They had a kids zone, they had babysitting, and they had 6 restaurants on the property, 2 pools. So the first night we managed to go eat at Portofino restaurant, an Italian restaurant. I was complaining a little bit. I was like, we live in New York. Why are we having Italian food in Mexico? But hey, that's what was available. We enjoyed it. The food was good, and no hard decisions had to be made. It was located right there, right close to the hotel lobby. Next day was beach day. We all wandered down at our own times and met at the beach. And I think this is funny because being family oriented, they kind of built a safety wall around the salt water. So it kind of became a saltwater pool to me. But there were lots of fishies, so you could go snorkeling. They had a lot of things for you to go enjoy the water. The water was warm and refreshing, and I didn't mind it being an enclosed little pool area. I mean, it's the ocean, but if you see the rocks behind me, you get the gist. You didn't feel any sea life was threatening you in any way. And it made it safer for the kids. They also cleared out seaweed so that the bottom was white and smooth. And you got to see some pretty big fish, but they didn't bother us. And as adults, we got to just sit around and talk and enjoy the sun on our backs and the coolness of the water. And as people got up, that was the meeting spot, and we would meet and greet each other. The pace at the all-inclusive was great. We would go down to the World Cafe. That's where they would have the breakfast buffet. Get what you wanted. There was something for everyone. And then you went out, and that's where the lounge chairs were, and the little huts that if you wanted to be shielded from the sun, and the pool was very accessible. They had a nice pool for the adults, and then they had a kiddie pool, and they kind of blended into each other. There was poolside entertainment. There were different food huts located on the property, and they served food for adults, and hot dogs and hamburgers for the kids. But it was just, you didn't have to think about anything. You were very much taken care of, and everybody was relaxing. This is a all-inclusive family hotel. It's called Dreams Aventura. It's got 24-hour room service, unlimited drinks, unlimited dining. Right now, we're at the sushi restaurant, and everything is kid friendly. It was very good. They had entertainment in the lobby every evening, so that was fun. Right now, we're looking at the view from my son's suite. He had a suite on top with a jacuzzi on the balcony. Next day, we had our own different plans, and my husband and I decided to go look at the Secrets Resort. This is the Five Diamond Resort, and it's adult only. It's supposed to be more luxurious than the Dreams Aventura. So we went and we got to walk through their lush property. Everything is very hushed and very green. Everything is elevated. I did enjoy this little escape and getting a different view. And it also gave me an idea of the next time I wanted an all inclusive, if it was just me and my husband, this would be the spot. They took us to the ultimate luxury suite that overlooks the property. And the only complaint I have about this suite is that 7 days is not enough. I would need to move in for the year to totally live it up and get the full experience. Yes, it was wonderful, folks. It was a wonderful vacation. I would have liked to have stayed longer, but I took what I could get. The weather cooperated. It was sunny. It was warm. Back to the family life, which was fine. It was very entertaining. It was fun to see how happy the grandkids were. Everyone had peace of mind. It wasn't too spread out, and there was enough for us to do as a family. So here we are at the steakhouse. The food was delicious. We then went to the beach because they were having a show, a fire show on the beach. But they started by just having the DJ play music, and the kids were having a great time. They ran to the middle of the floor. They danced their hearts away as they waited for the show to start. And even that evening, I saw that there were some older kids still in a kids club, still being supervised by the hotel staff. But it was a nice vibe, and the show was fantastic. The only thing that happened, though, is that it started to rain, and everybody did their best to stay through till the end. But even the performers had to call it in because we kept expecting it just to be a light shower, and as you can see, it was a downpour. But that didn't ruin the night. We went into the lobby, and then the band set up to play, and that was a lot of fun. It was playing all the hits from the 70s, 80s, and 90s, baby. So we got up and got a few steps in there. Here's me with my son's mother-in-law. Next day, of course, we had breakfast, and we started preparing our minds for the change. We took in more of the hotel and went and had an 80-minute couples massage at their luxurious spa. So here we are at hydrotherapy. So this is a place with different types of shower heads that would give you different type of massages. And then I took a dunk in the cold or the dunking pool or the cold water pool, and laid down and took a nap while I waited for them to call me for my massage. But before they did that, they came and they put cooling cucumbers and a nice cold mask on my face. And here I am, completely relaxed after. This is what they did on their time off. And we met for dinner together our last evening. Here we are. We were at an outdoor restaurant, and we were overlooking the water. And what I didn't realize is in the morning they have a dolphin show there. And but at the end of the night, we went to the grand folkloric Mexican dance show, and it was a wonderful production. And they showed you the different dance styles across Mexico and the different regions. They got audience participation. They got us clapping and stomping, and sometimes some of us even knew the verse to the song that was playing. I really enjoyed this hotel. They thought of every detail, and they were very accommodating to families. Even seeing this show when the little ones got tired, parents could discreetly walk out with their children. Last night, we put on our best. We enjoyed the last of the entertainment in the lobby, where they had a bar and a coffee bar and a dessert bar. And then the next day, our ride was scheduled to arrive. The bellman came and picked up our suitcases. It was very efficient. It was very well done. And we were transported back to the airport. It was smoother going home, I think, because I think people were still arriving in Mexico for New Year's Eve, where the celebration was going to be fantastic. And here in Cancun, we were able to avail ourselves of the American Express Lounge, which had very nice lunch and was very comfortable. So even though our flight was delayed, we didn't notice because the lounge was so nice and relaxing and the food was plentiful. If you enjoyed this, please remember to like, subscribe, and share.